What's going on, traders? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be going over the trade that I took this past week. It was only one trade that I took. Unfortunately, it was a loser, as you see on the screen. But we'll break all that down in the video. Before we get into it, I just want to say thank you so much for the love and support on the previous video. Shout out to all the new subscribers who went ahead and subscribed. Shout out to everyone who liked and commented on that video. I read all the comments. I responded to all of them. And I was super hype about that one, man. That's the most viewed video that I have on the channel. And it's all thanks to you guys. So I appreciate that. If you're new, my name is Elijah, FX Harden, and I'm just showing my trading journey. And I appreciate you being along for the journey. So if you haven't checked out the other videos, go ahead and check those out. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll pop it up on the screen. It's at EJ Harden. I may start doing some more content on there. But with that, all that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the breakdown and let's see how this trade went. Okay, so as we always do, first, let me say this. The strategy that I trade is FX Alex G's set and forget strategy. Again, that's just what works for me. That works for my schedule, my time frame. I work a 9 to 5, so I don't have time to be staring at the charts when market opens. I don't have time to be in a position, watching a position, trying to scalp. I just don't have time for that right now. But this strategy works for me, and it's just something that I've really come to know and love, to be honest. This has allowed me to see money out the market, and it's just been good to me so far. So let's start out on the weekly, as we always do. On the weekly, we're looking to see if price is bullish or bearish, and the reason for that is if you follow Alex G, that he says that you need at least 2 higher time frames in sync. So I always start off on the weekly just to see just the direction of price. Then I move down to the daily. Then I move down to the 4-hour. But we'll go over that. So in this case, we see that price is bullish. How do I know price is bullish? Because this is the highest high. And if I just look down, look backwards to the left, I know that this is the higher low. So price is literally in between this range right here. Price is in between this range, and until either price breaks below, if price breaks below, then we'll go bearish, or if price breaks above, then we just create a new higher high. So let me say that again. If price breaks above, price ends up breaking above, body closing above this level, we are still bullish. We just created a new higher high. If price breaks below, then that means we have a change of structure, shift of structure, however you want to call it. But now we go from being bullish to then being bearish. So I hope that makes sense. But for this trade, the weekly was bullish. So now that we know that, I need to go down to the daily to see if the daily is bullish or bearish. And then if it's different, then I'll go to the 4-hour. Okay, now let me put this in market replay just to show y'all what I was looking at. I'm pretty sure it was right here. So I was looking at GBP CAD when it was at this point. I hope y'all can see that. When it was at this point. So I know that this was the higher high. I mean, you could count this if you want. You could count this if you want. It really doesn't matter. I like to see 2 candles in order to consider a structure, but this is a big daily candle. So like I said, you can't consider it. But let's just say for this case, this is the higher high and this is the higher low. So let's say all this is one big move up. Okay, so as soon as price broke below, right here, as soon as price body closed right here, that told me, okay, on the daily, we're bearish. So on the weekly, we're bullish. On the daily, we're bearish. So now this then becomes the lower high. And then this then becomes the lower low. So now price is trading in this range. So the weekly's bullish, the daily's bearish. We need the 4-hour to be bearish in order to consider this, or in order for this to be considered a potential trade setup. So once I saw that, still a market replay, Still looking at it before price actually did any of this. So once I saw that, I noticed that I'm doing the same thing on the 4-hour, seeing if it's bullish or bearish. And in this case, price was bearish. How do we know price was bearish? Because this would be the higher high. Actually, we could show where it went bullish. Price ended up going bullish after it broke this level of structure right here. Boom, went bearish again. Okay, or excuse me, went bullish again. Bullish. All right, perfect. Now, structure, all this is structure. Created new lower lows, new lower highs. So this was a higher high. This was a higher high. So I can mark that. Again, this was the higher low. As soon as price body closed under, all right, now we're changing character, shifting structure from being bullish to being bearish. And that continues all the way until here. And if I look for the lower high, then it will be this area right here. Again, I hope that's making sense. I know it might seem kind of confusing if you're new or if you're not familiar with his strategy. But I'm trying to, explain it the best that I can. But I promise you it's simple. The same thing that we're doing on the weekly, the same thing that we're doing is the same thing that we're doing on the daily. And if we need the 4-hour, it's the same thing we're doing on the 4-hour, seeing if price is bearish or bullish. So now we know that the weekly is bullish, the daily is bearish, and the 4-hour is bearish. So that's perfect. That lets me know, okay, we have 2 higher time frames in sync. I should be looking to sell. So next thing I'm looking at is trying to find my area of interest. Now, there is going to be times to where, you might have multiple area of interests. Now, in this case, I think I had another area of interest somewhere up here, if I'm not mistaken, which is where I took the last GBP CAD trade. And it extends all the way to the left. But all the area of interest is just a place where the market touches multiple times and rejects from, or a place that the market touches multiple times and you see different levels of support and resistance. So in this case, you could consider this a touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me scoot this over. Okay, 5 touches right there. So that alone told me, this is a potential area that the market can get back up to and that it can fall from, since I'm already looking for sells. I already have my sell bias because why? The higher time frames, the daily and the 4-hour, are showing me sell biases, or showing me that price is bearish. So once I saw that, let me get rid of that. Once I saw that, I had my alarm set right in the middle. And then I was watching price. Not only that, but I also saw this EMA below price, which is a good sign. If I'm looking to sell, then I want the EMA. It doesn't have to be, but it's just another confluence that the EMA is above price if I'm looking to sell. So in this case, all I was waiting for was for price to make this retracement back up, this pullback back up into the zone. I had my alert set, and once it got into the zone, I'm looking for my entry signal, which will go down on the, I believe I take this on the 15. But when it comes to the entry signal, I'm looking for either on the 1 hour, either on the 30, or either on the 15 minute. It honestly just depends on whatever looks the cleanest. That's how you got to view it, because sometimes the 1 hour could look clean, but the 30 will look just too jumbled up, or sometimes the 15 will look too jumbled up and the 30 will look clean. So whichever one looks cleanest to you, that's the one that you take. And again, why are we taking it at the zone? Because there's multiple touches here at the zone. Let me go over one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, multiple touches. Okay. So now that we see that, now that we know which way we're headed or looking to head, now that we know, we got our area of interest figured out, all we're looking for is our entry signal. And let me get out of replay mode. Now, let me talk about this entry, man, because this is textbook prime. I would take this trade 10 times out of 10. That's how beautiful this trade was, this entry signal was. And I'm saying all this because I want you to understand that every strategy doesn't win, first and foremost. and you can have everything lined up to the T. Everything looks perfect. The direction, the entry, all that looks great, and then you still lose. Now, that can happen. That does happen. As you see it happen here. And just like it happened to me, it can happen to you. But I'll elaborate on that after I show you the entry signal, because there's something I want to talk about that, or there's something that I want to talk about with that. So weekly, we don't worry about it. Daily, we're bearish. 4 hour, we're bearish. Perfect. Got my area of interest. Let me go ahead and look for my entry signal. Had my alert set. This happened at around, I hopped in it at around 6:45, maybe close to 7, Monday morning. And it was just beautiful. Absolute beautiful entry, absolute beautiful market structure, price action. It was just amazing. So in order for me to take this trade, price had to be bullish going up into my area of interest. Let me explain that. If I'm looking to sell, the higher time frames are showing me and telling me that, okay, the direction that they're going is down, so I should be looking to sell. But in order for me to sell at a lower time frame, I need to see a change of structure in my area of interest to then let me know, okay, now the lower time frames are saying now it's time to sell. So if I'm looking to sell, price needs to, let me make sure I can see this. If I'm looking to sell, price needs to be going up. Price needs to go bullish on the lower time frame. Then give me a change of character, switch direction, whatever you want to call it. As soon as it body closes under here, just like I say on the weekly, the daily, or the 4 hour, when it body closes under, it changes structure, and we then go from bearish to bullish, or if I'm looking to do vice versa, then bullish to bearish. Hope I said that right. But anyways, once price body closes, I'm looking for a retest into my area of interest, bullish engulfing, doji candle if I can, and that's my entry, and that's exactly what we see here. Let me get rid of this. So let's take it to the candles. Price was bearish here. As soon as we body closed above this area of structure, price is bullish. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. Price is bullish, creating higher highs. Now, just like I said, as soon as we body close under this level of structure, give me a pullback and an engulfing candle. Let me zoom out, move this out the way. Literally just what I drew up. And you can see it here. Price is bullish, change of structure, body close under, pullback, engulfing candle. Here it is. Higher high, higher low, change of structure, body close under, pullback, engulfing candle. And I didn't need to redo it because I already did it. But anyways, I hope you can see it, man, because this is all, by the way, in my area of interest, which is perfect, amazing. I live for these trades. You know what I'm saying? I love these trades. Hopped in it. I wake up around 7 for my job, and I saw this earlier around like I said 6:45. Woke up, crust in my eyes. I'm running to the computer. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I got one. You know what I'm saying? let me. I didn't bet the house on it, but I was definitely thinking about it. And I just hopped into the trade. I only risked 2% on my account, so it wasn't nothing crazy. But it was one of those trades where everything worked out, everything looks good. I'm hype about it, and I hopped into the trade. I ended up catching it a little over here. So actually, no, I did catch it pretty much right here. It was just on this big candle, red candle that was pushing down. So hopped in there, gave myself some space. I think I risked like 20 something, 25 or something like that. And then I just had my take profit, didn't set it, but I just had it to the downside. So all that happened. Boom, boom, I'm in it. Next thing you know, I get an alert on my phone saying that my stop loss was hit. Blowed. I'm not gonna lie, I was blowed at first. But this is what I wanted to elaborate on earlier. This trade, me losing this trade, was I happy? Excuse me, happy that I lost? Of course not. But I'm telling you, when you lose a trade after following your rules, it doesn't hurt. I know it sounds crazy, but it doesn't hurt. We've all been in this situation where we lost trades either because we rushed it, either because we hopped in too early, either because we risked too much, either because we wasn't confident in our setup, and we feel like in the back of our head we low key shouldn't have took that. Those trades hurt, and I've taken plenty of those trades. Those trades hurt. Those trades leave you the rest of the day thinking about the trade. You thinking, why did I hop in that? You know what I'm saying? That was such a stupid trade, a stupid decision. I'm scared. You're scared and anxious. Those trades hurt. I'm telling you, if when you follow your plan and you take a loss, those trades do not hurt. I noticed that my stop loss got hit. I was irritated a little bit. I'm not even gonna say irritated. I was blowed that it got hit because it was such a beautiful trade. But at the same time, I wasn't anxious. I wasn't mad. I wasn't sad. I wasn't upset because this is something I can't control. The market is gonna be how the market's gonna be. You're gonna win some. You're gonna lose some. That's just a part of trading. But I'm telling you, the losses that you take after following your plans don't hurt. I encourage everyone to try to stick to a plan and literally experience this, because I'm telling you, if you're sticking to your plan, sticking to your rules, those losses don't hurt. It's the losses that you shouldn't have took, the trades you shouldn't have took, that end up eating you throughout the day, and you're thinking about it, and those are the ones that are annoying. So that's just something that I noticed this week. And I think it's very important that we as traders always self-reflect, not visualize, but think about, how you're feeling in the moment, how you're feeling when you hopped in, how you're feeling before you even took the trade, because all that can play an effect, all that can, excuse me, either, help you grow as a trader or can stunt your growth, to be honest. But yeah, man, that's something I really wanted to talk about, because that's something that I noticed with myself. Of course, I'm not happy that I lost money, but at the same time, it's only 2%, you know what I'm saying? And I follow my rules. That's all you can ask for. And I guarantee you, next time I see this in another trade setup, I'm going to take it. I can put that on everything. And if I lose again, I lose again. It's all about just sticking to your rules, excuse me, being disciplined, and just going after the next trade, man. So this video might be a little short. Actually, it might be on par with all the other videos that I have, because I know the last one was pretty long. But that's all that I have for you guys today, man. Again, I really do appreciate all the love and support that you guys gave on the last video, all the likes, all the comments, man. I really appreciate it, and I don't take it lightly, man. All the new subscribers, I thank you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one as well, and I look forward to training with y'all next week. I'm out.